Welcome, Jets fans. We have another pod. Drama alert. Drama alert. Drama alert. We got everything kicking off this week in season 3, episode whatever it is. Can't remember now. What episode 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever it is. This is the episode where it all went mental.
We traded this episode to the Cowboys. That's what we did.
I tell you what, yeah, the Cowboys would have anything. Same with the Colts. I tell you what, I've got a piece. I've got a stapler here in front of me. I might ring up Jerry Jones and see if I give a 3rd round draft pick for it because, he'll say he's going to win in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So and he'll throw in with the trade. He'll throw in a slightly worse stapler as well. So you'll still have a stapler. You'll just.
He'll throw in a motivated stapler, and we'll give him an unmotivated that's empty full of. You got to get your own little staples in. That's what we'll throw in. Anyway, what a crazy 2 days. We've now processed it. It's been crazy, mate. Yeah, I mean, roller coaster of emotions as per all the text messages that we've been sending out.
Yeah. It's been busy on the chats. It's been busy on the socials, and I think all of us are a bit. I mean, I've gone back and forth on it a little bit. I'm trying to process. My initial reaction was with the Sauce one was I was happy certainly with what we got because I do think he's overrated. I'm not saying he's not good. He's a very good corner, but I do think he's overrated. And I think because of that, we got a lot for him because of the hype. Williams, what a player. He's a big miss. I think he's a bigger miss in terms of a player, but I kind of felt a little bit like he served his time on this atrocious Jets team. He's had how many different coaches? Like 3? Was Gase that brought him in? Was it Adam Gase era that brought him in? So he's lived through Adam Gase. He's lived through Robert Saleh. He's lived through all the nonsense with the Rodgers trade.
2017.
And he's never moaned. He's never demanded a trade. And he's always been an elite player. And he's given us, 7, 8 years? So I don't hold any grudges about him going. So a bit.
I'm a little bit different. So I was. It was exciting because I was watching ESPN, so it's like it was all coming in, and there could have been more. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
So I was actually woke up the morning after like the shock of it. And I was actually dreamt of Sauce. Sauce was in my dream as I was waking up. I mean, weird.
Was he wearing Jets gear in your dream?
I don't know what he was up to, mate. But it made me emotional. I was like gutted. I woke up gutted that there was no more Sauce. And I think it may be to do with the fact that I bought my boy a Sauce jersey, which I stashed away for Christmas. So I've got to. You won't know anyway, but I can't. It's like typical, isn't it?
Does it say? It says Gardner on the back. It doesn't say Sauce on the back.
Yeah, Gardner. Yeah, Gardner. So.
Yeah, tell him it's something he has to wear when he's mowing the lawn.
Yeah, the Gardner.
Yeah,
number 1 rated Gardner.
There you go.
In the
That's
UK.
what it's for.
Yeah. So I woke up and I was like absolutely like mortified. And I really like Sauce as a person. I've never met the bloke, right? But you just get the impression. That's funny when people say that, isn't it? Like, oh, he was a top bloke. Never met him. Never met the guy. But you see,
do you reckon anyone says that about us, John?
We're solid. One day, I hope so. One person says, yeah, he's solid. That's all I want.
Never met those guys, but they seem like
never met the guy, but they seem
stand-up guys.
Like I sent him a message once saying, I gave him a thumbs up on the WhatsApp. Oh, it was solid, man.
That's all you need.
He gave me a thumbs up back. That guy, top bloke.
That's
really wish he wins a Super Bowl. So I was like, he seems like a good bloke, and he, it seemed like he's a great all-pro corner. But then I was upset. I was emotionally upset. I was lingering around the Sauce. Q was like, okay, he wanted to leave, and it's like, okay, as you said a minute ago, he's done his time. He's in year 7, 8 now. He's got to the peak, and now he's coming down. He peaked in the Green Bay game a couple of years ago. When we beat Green Bay in Green Bay, Like he dominated that game.
Yeah.
But he's never been. We will all remember that Green Bay game because I really wanted to be in Green Bay, and some of the guys I used to tailgate with were at the game, and they were on the TV, and they were at the halfway line at the end of the game, and they were giving it the old JTS when the stadium was completely empty. And I was like, oh man, could have gone to that. And he dominated that game, and he has never reached that peak ever since. And recently, he's been moaning, and he wants to leave. He's not happy. Well, he hasn't been moaning. He's just been not happy, right? His demeanor's changed, and he obviously wanted to get traded, and he got traded. And I think that was fair enough for him because he has, as you said, he's gone through so much crap. He deserves a chance. I feel sorry for him.
To be honest, I sort of wish he'd gone somewhere other than Dallas because
he deserves
it's just going to have gone from one cesspit of drama and bad coaching into another. Like the Cowboys aren't much better than the Jets, like over the last 10 years.
No,
and
at least he's going to get a big house now, isn't he, in Texas land? And he's
big house in Texas. I don't think he was struggling for a big house anyway.
No, but he's going to be happy. And the sourcing, I've actually changed my mind a bit because I was obviously gutted, but then listen to a few pods, you process it, and we've got cracking draft picks for it was all pro first 2 years. No one threw at him because we had a very good defense. With DJ Reed. Now, DJ Reed's gone, and now all of a sudden he's not the same player. Plus, he finds it hard to tackle. He's obviously not in Aaron Glenn's little gang.
Draws flags as well.
This is what I want my cornerback to be. He is a good bloke. And it must have been difficult because he's Woody Johnson's best mate. Woody Johnson loves the guy. So he must have had sign-off from Woody. So Woody's behind this plan. I mean, Woody's been hanging out with Sauce.
The Sauce medallion.
Yeah, so he was right behind it, and it was amazing thing at the time, the Sauce thing, but in PFF rating he was 30th in all cornerbacks last year.
We saw it, didn't we? We saw it when we went to Tennessee, and he got burned in Tennessee in a game that we won, but he got burned for a touchdown, absolutely burned. And burned, do you remember Revis ever getting burned like that? I don't.
No, nothing like Revis was different. Gravy. Oh man, I mean, it made me, the Revis, why we let an unbelievable Hall of Fame All Pro go when he was just in his mid prime. That is incompetence of the utmost, but that's a different conversation.
That's a different story. We're just about over that now.
Yeah, we're just about.
What is it? 12 years later, we're just about over.
Sort of comparing Sauce to Revis, but Revis was different level.
Yeah, Revis was
down. Yeah. Sauce is not shut down. He's a very good above average corner, and he's
an above average corner.
First round picks.
And let's be real here. Jasir Taylor, whatever the hell his name is, the cornerback we got. Yeah. He has started like 47 games in the last 3 years.
He hasn't started. He's just a backup, mate. Special teams.
I read the stats that he started.
No, he played and again he's more special team.
But he's not. He's not. It's not what I was about to say is he's not a. He's not obviously not a like for like. We know we're getting a guy who's nowhere near on the same level as Sauce. We're not kidding ourselves, but we're effectively saying, look, we ain't making the playoffs this year anyway. So,
to be honest with you, this is a complete rebuild, reset. And
it's not a complete rebuild.
It is a complete. No, it's not a complete rebuild. All right, it's not a complete rebuild. But I think more people are going to be shipped out next year. This year is going to be. It's going to be a very similar theme to what we got now. It's going to be pretty brutal next year because this draft of 2026 draft is not the strongest as everyone's telling us. Even though we got a couple of got some good picks. Next year is going to be tough. Next year is going to be a tough one. And Jets fans, there's a lot to talk about here. Like every year, it's a combination, New York media, Jets trying to sell tickets. We think no matter what, we're going to win the Super Bowl every year, right? This is the only year I've been a Jets fan where I thought, no, we've got no chance. Same with next year. And the year after, but the year after, 2027, is going to be where the strongest draft. And we've got 3 first rounders. Now, we've got a lot of capital, what we got. We've got 2 first rounders next year, 3 the year after. We've got 2 second rounders, and 1 second rounder in 2020. That's a lot of high level draft.
Question for you, mate. I got a question for you. Just
You're gonna have to say how many is that draft picks total?
Well, I can count. That wasn't the question. This is more one of those.
I'm going to use my degree again, then, mate. I need to use it somehow.
I'm going to make you. I'm going to I've demoted Gavin, and I'm making you GM for the minute. Gavin, you can have your job back shortly. But
don't worry about that, Gav. You got nothing to worry about.
If you're the Jets GM and you've got the first overall pick in 2026, which isn't inconceivable. We're third right now, so you know. You got the first overall pick, but you don't like any of the quarterbacks. Knowing you've got 3 already in the first round in 2027, do you trade back and pick up potentially another 2 first-round picks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you've got 5 in 2027 in the first round, and you can package them all and move up to 1 and get your boy.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Or you can package them all and go get Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
People were talking about Joe Burrow earlier on Get Up.
I've heard that one. I'm not sure I believe that. Yeah. He's had too many injuries. I don't think he's quite.
You would have Joe Burrow like a fucking instant.
I know, I'd have him, but
Joe Burrow in an instant. It'd be like Chad Pennington years. 1 year of greatness and 1 year of injury. Well, at least he always bet on comeback player of the year and win some money that way when he's off.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say a minute ago was, absolutely. 2026 is a weak draft, so just trade back, whatever. 2027 is the main one. But the bottom line is, we're going to get so much draft capital and so many good players first, second. Let's say we get 8. Let's say 5. Let's say 50-50. Yeah, 4 of the 8 turn into like Pro Bowls. You've still got to pay them. Yeah, when it comes to payday in 4 or 5 years, right? So you want to use some of that as trade to package them up, to move up. So this, let's tank for number 1. Forget it. Let's just try and win some games. See if these guys can gel as a unit under Aaron Glenn and get some camaraderie. And by the time we get good, which will be 2 years, because let's face it, whatever we've done the last decades has never worked.
Hasn't worked. Yeah,
nothing's worked.
And here's
Aaron Rodgers, not worked.
It's not, and it's really not worked. We've been in worse situations from a roster standpoint. Right now, we have at least 3, maybe 4, maybe even 5 pieces of our starting O-line. We've got the hardest ones to find. We've got the center. We've got the right tackle. We've got the left tackle. We've got a number 1 wide receiver. We've got 3 running backs in the building that are starting running backs.
Yeah.
You know, we've got 2 edge rushers that are starting edge rushers.
Tight ends. Our tight ends are all right.
We've got tight ends all of a sudden. So what do we actually need? A quarterback, yes, and a secondary.
Because absolutely. I mean, this is what I was trying to think. We always go when we have high draft picks, we always end up drafting stupid tight end, right? No disrespect to anyone drafted like Anthony Beck. We met him a few weeks ago.
I loved Anthony Beck. What a legend he is.
And he was well worth a first round pick in 2000 with the other 3 draft picks. But what I'm saying is we've got a tight end. We don't need to draft a high level tight end in the first or second round in the next 2 years. We've already got a left tackle and a right tackle. You can get guards. You pick guards up anytime. You don't need to draft high unless it's somebody absolutely amazing. It was that boy the Colts guy who's a pancakes.
Quentin Nelson.
Unless there's somebody generational like him. Yeah. Maybe you don't need to draft high for a center. We've got Joe Tippmann anyway.
We've got Joe Tippmann. We don't need a center.
So we haven't got glaring. We've got needs. It's called chemistry as a team, which for some reason we have never had.
And we've got.
We're not that bad. It's just our defense sucks.
But right now, obviously, let's park Garrett Wilson. We've got our number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah,
but just from the trades, D. Mitchell could work out.
Yeah, I'm
fully
behind him.
Getting better every week.
Who?
Right? Arian Smith's getting better every week. The 4th rounder. He's getting better. Yeah. It's his rookie year and he's a 4th rounder. Do you know what I mean?
He's getting better,
and the kid, Mechie, has got a chance.
Mechie, he's got a lot about him, but
if 2 of those work out, if 1 of those works out.
Mitchell, I got a lot of time for him. He came against the Rams. I know he did fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line, But he skinned the secondary for 96 yards. It just blew him apart. And then after that drop, it was like, because he lost the game and he did that penalty, it was in the doghouse. So there's no way for him. So this is the life. He is grateful for the opportunity to come to the Jets. I can see Mitchell doing well for us.
I hope so. I mean, obviously, I hope so.
Then it's the defense.
But he's certainly got potential. And then you've got. So I was saying this on the chat, actually. I was saying something that's really interesting. If you take from when AG took over the job, and obviously Darren Muji with him, and you look at the roster then and the roster now, the one area of the field they've absolutely blown up is the secondary, because they let DJ Reed walk, they let Ashton Davis walk, they traded MC2, they traded Sauce. The only one they brought back was Tony Adams and Quantez Stiggers, and then they drafted Azariah Thomas in the 3rd round. They traded for Brownlee, who so far looks decent as a slot guy, and obviously this Jasir Taylor is what he is. But you're talking about a changeover of 5 players gone, 5 players brought in, and that's a lot in any position group. So it's clearly an area that Aaron Glenn is focused on rebuilding. Clearly an area. And I'm not going to argue with Aaron Glenn about secondary cornerback play. The guy was a legendary cornerback in the NFL.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
So, let Glenn select his players that he can work with every day to make them better. Because he wants, like, if you're a manager, I've got my own business, right? You want to teach people who you respect and know are going to listen to your way of thinking and going to play your way of playing. Yeah, which for Aaron Glenn is toughness and physicality, right? That's whatever the people who have gone did not have that in his eyes, obviously. So he wants those tough guys who will listen to him and learn, which I respect that.
I respect that.
Now it's going to be tough until we get our quarterback. It's going to be a tough road. No, the Commanders turned it around with Jalen Daniels in 1 year. They were like bottom 3, turned it around with one elite quarterback. We need to find that quarterback. It's not going to be 2026 draft no matter what, because Moore is probably going to stay. That guy from Alabama, Ty Simpson, whatever his name, he'll probably stay. And then you're left with Mendoza. He ain't all that. So let's wait to get our quarterback 27. Let's gel our team next year. And then get the defenses. If you look at all the stats, I saw something interesting because I was doom scrolling on X the last 2 days looking at stuff. I try not to do social media because I do a lot of that during the day. But there's stats of the last Super Bowl winners. The defensive stats have all been like not elite. They've all been, except for Eagles last year, they've all been like middle-ish. It's the offense. We're in an offensive league. We need a super elite offense which evolves around a super elite quarterback. So we need to find that guy. So package everything up to get elite quarterback we need to get.
There was a period years and years ago where it was a running backs league, and then it became a receivers, a passing league. And I feel like it's shifted back the other way more because all the top teams focused the ball. Like the Eagles just give the ball to Saquon. The Ravens just give the ball to Derrick Henry. You know, a lot of the top teams, they have a running back they just give the ball to, and he'll do a lot of the yards. And we've got 3 of those guys. I'm not saying we don't need a quarterback. We don't need wide receivers. I'm just saying that we've got tight ends that can catch the ball now. We've got running backs that can run the ball. We've got an offensive line that can protect that running game and create lanes in that running game. So it takes the pressure off massively.
Tell you what we need. We need an elite slot receiver. Like Rice for Kansas City or ASB, ain't that, mate? ASB for Detroit, at St. Brown. Somebody like that, Rice, Kansas City. The guy who gets the first downs on 3rd down, who gets those nitty-gritty 6, 7, like Wayne Quebec. We need an elite slot wide receiver to compensate with Garrett Wilson on one flank. And
who did you say? Who was the first one you said?
What's that?
Who was the first one? Who was the first example you just said?
Rice from Kansas City. Yeah,
Rice from Kansas City.
Elite slot. He's just getting the ball 6, 7, 8 yards from Mahomes, right? We need those. We need that wide receiver for definite, because that's where the game is going. Those players are dominating. So I've also had a thought as well. So my other thought is that, okay, we've actually got a plan in place for once, getting rid of the players now at the peak of their career.
Value, yeah.
Peak of their value, sorry. And Muga's done a damn good job to get what he got. And I've got to give credit to the guy, because it absolutely fantastic. Not only did we get 2 draft picks for both players, we've got a player as well.
Yeah. And if you look at the players that Muji's drafted as Jets GM, first round pick was Membu. That looks like a hit. Second round pick was Mason Taylor. That looks like a hit.
That looks like a hit.
Third round pick was Azariah Thomas, who's been injured, only played the last 2 games, and he's got better each game. So we'll see what he is.
Yeah.
Fourth round pick Arian Smith. He's a 4th rounder. He's done all right. He's done all right. Everyone said he would be dropping balls all over the place. He hasn't dropped balls. Malachi Moore, we're not sure about yet.
I'm not sure about him, but he needs to learn.
But you talk about the first 3 rounds, certainly the first 2 rounds, 2 hits. Right, so this is the guy we're giving these draft picks to.
So the only problem I've got with the strategy with this game plan is, if you look in the dictionary under Jets and Jetsy,
failure.
You read the definition, which is incompetent,
finding new ways to mess it up.
Shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah,
when things are going well. Okay?
Creative badness.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Creative badness.
This is a massive problem. So we have to now pray that we've got a game plan that obviously Mr. Woody Johnson, bless you, Woody, has agreed to, because he's got rid of one of his favourite players. Right. So we are hoping that he has the patience for a really bad season, not this year, because it's going to be dire this year, but next season as well. The New York media has to be behind this, and the New York media is brutal. He's going to have... Would he have the patience to suck up 2 really bad, really, really bad years to then go for the 27 draft and get who we need to get? And that 27 year may be quite bad as well, because the rookie quarterback's got to settle in. And then things will go... Will he have the patience for 3 years of dire records and not swing the axe? Because if he does swing the axe, we've got to start all over again to get a new head coach in, a new coordinators who have their type of player that fit their type of system, and we'll get rid of everybody else that Glenn's recruited to fit his system. Yeah. And we start all over again. Which is what we always
commit. At some point, you've got to commit. And in fairness, it seems like he's committing. It seems like he's committing.
At the moment.
So let's see. Let's see what we got. I mean, the next interesting thing will be, do they pay JJ? Do they pay Brees? Do they bring Brees back? Those will be the next 2 interesting things, because that's really for the end of the season.
Brees,
if they do pay them, then we know what we're building, because we know very clearly these are the position groups we need. We'll need help on the defensive interior. We'll need help in the secondary. It's the defense.
I hope he does
the quarterback.
Pay them. I hope he does pay them. We've got no salary cap issues, and we've got no dead money. We got next year, so we can afford to pay JJ and Brees. We could have traded him for a 4th rounder, but we didn't, to Kansas City, because we wanted a 3rd. So his contract expires.
Yeah,
so I'm assuming that tells
us that we're going to try and...
Yeah, they will try and extend. But then again, if he does go as a free agent, then we'll get a compensatory pick anyways, which I think is a 4th rounder. So why not get rid of him now? But I don't know, if you got rid of Brees as well, it'd be like morale would be severely.
Well, yeah, but if you're looking at that argument, you're saying the comp pick's going to be a 4th rounder. Then that's why you don't trade him, because you could trade him and get a 4th rounder, or you can keep him and get a 4th rounder. Keep him. Do you know what I mean? Keep him for the rest of the season.
Keep him for this season. Work his socks off, yeah. Use him as the bell cow. Keep the fans happy that we haven't got rid of Brees, and knowing that you'll get a compensatory 4th round pick next year. Yeah, fair enough. But keep
that being
JJ,
said, I'd still rather pay him.
Yeah, I think Brees, he's been injury prone, but if you've got him, you've got Isaiah Davis and Brandon Allen, just keep them all. keep them all. They're good players. And then you've got JJ and Will McDonald. Will McDonald he's not a Glenn type because he's only £230. You look at the defensive line in Detroit, which I'm assuming he's going to copy. These are like 270, 280, these defensive ends, and McDonald is 230. I mean, and he's very athletic, and he comes in and out of the game. But we need to toughen up that D line. But we need to get some elite, another elite playmaker. So it's going to be.
Well, but that's the thing is you go across. If you look at the offense as a whole, and you go right now, we've got 3/4 of an offensive line, a running back room, an elite wide receiver, and a potentially a great tight end, and a couple of other maybe guys. So there's not loads of work to do on the offensive side of the ball, apart from obviously quarterback. Defense is, by comparison, doesn't look like Jamian's working out in the Glenn system. Quincy's now talking about how he's been benched and he's a number 2. The entire secondary is changing, and the defensive interior has all been blown up. So the defense is almost starting again compared to the offense. But that's okay. These things happen. These things take time. We just got to ride the storm out for another couple of years.
Yeah, so I can see, this year, I don't know who's coming out of the draft, but maybe shore up the defense, obviously, and then get another wide receiver or like an elite wide receiver to go with Wilson. Let's get that Love guy from Notre Dame. I say with one of the first round picks.
It's a dreadful surname,
I
mate.
tell you what, now we can get Jay Love from Notre Dame.
The one position we don't need is if they pay Brees, they're not drafting a running back.
No, but he may go though. He may be.
So now suddenly you're hoping that Brees goes.
Yeah. So Brees, if Brees goes,
just so they can draft Jeremiah Love.
No, that's a game changer. No, he is. He's the only elite running back in the class. If we get him,
running back.
Oh my! I didn't think about that, but yeah, if we get him,
I think it's going to be defense, mate. I think it's going to be a defensive heavy draft this year.
Yeah, but we've got 2 first rounders, right? So we can get,
Yeah, we've got 2 first rounders. We need about 6 players in the defense. So we'll see. I mean, look, we don't know what we have yet. We don't know what we have with Arian Smith. We don't know what we have with Azariah Thomas. We don't know what we have with Brownlee yet, whether he's going to work out.
Get the best players on the board. Get the best elite players on the board. Get Love.
Hey, there's a game this weekend.
Yeah, there is, mate.
Browns. You excited?
Very excited, mate.
About the Cleveland Browns. We had one of our best memories ever in the Hippodrome.
Mate,
beating the Cleveland Browns.
That was amazing with our boy Flacco doing the business. That was elite. Great memories there when we came back from the dead to beat the Browns. That was amazing. So they say in this for this Sunday, because the Browns can't play away from home. They're very good at home with their defense. But every time they play away, they concede 30 points. So Jets, can score some points. Cleveland will score some points because we've got no one defending now. Who
could be a high scoring game.
Could be a high scoring game. The over under is only 36, so I've actually gone over on that because of what I just stated.
Is that part of the sponsored by Green Smoke Betting Corner, or are you just throwing that in?
Talking of that, I have got my bets available.
We'll do that in a minute because the other thing I want to ask you about is the Colts game, because we can't just be talking about the Jets games now. We've also got to be talking about who the Colts are losing to this weekend. They're in Germany, right?
Yeah, they're playing Atlanta.
They're playing Atlanta in Germany, so we're big Atlanta Falcons fans.
They'll beat Atlanta because Atlanta got a lot of injuries. They're 6.5 point favourites.
Well, let's see. You never know, they might not travel well.
Yeah, but they're going to because they lost last week. They're going to give the ball just to Jonathan Taylor, and he's going to run because Atlanta are a run funnel anyway. So it's just going to go right up their street.
What if Jonathan Taylor gets food poisoning from all the bratwurst?
He's eating sausages.
He's eating too much German sausage.
He's gone for triple bratwurst on the.
This is it.
Morning.
And it's too much for him, and he throws up, and then everyone slips on the puke, and the Falcons win the game.
It could be.
This is what I'm visualizing.
So we'll do that every week from now. We'll have.
We're going to visualize how the Colts will lose.
Draft pick watch. I mean, Daniel Jones, they are all in on Daniel Jones because they they did need a quarterback. They're happy with Daniel Jones. And because
it just shows you, doesn't it? Like you get the right guy in the right system. I mean, you know what the amazing stat of the week is? The top 2 quarterbacks in terms of average passing yards, I think it is, in the NFL are Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones, former Giants and Jets quarterbacks that were blown up by the New York media. And then they've gone to other teams and they're doing well.
This just proves how egotistical the coaches are because they think, oh yeah, I can mold him, but you need a player to fit your system.
Yeah.
So
Geno Smith doing okay. Well, Joe Flacco still doing okay in Cleveland, like 4 years after we decided he was too old.
Flacco, I tell you what, he's an absolute legend. He's not playing this weekend, but next weekend just do passing attempts over because he's minimum of 40 per game. He's just phenomenal, that guy. Unbelievable.
Doesn't stop.
That Bengals game at the end against the Bears was an amazing game to watch.
Yeah. Do you know what? I said this last week, and I was in the Hippodrome because obviously the Jets were on a bye, so I was just enjoying the football. And I was in the Hippodrome and I was watching, and there's no other sport in the world where the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, in like 9 out of the 10 games, whatever it is that are going on, and they're all exciting. It's such a great sport to watch when you're not focused on watching some dog turd team from MetLife Stadium. You know, when you're actually just watching the other teams for a bit, it's such a great sport.
Actually complete passes and have offense. That is what Jets fans have been missing all this time because we have built such a dog poo stadium in the middle of Jersey with the weather. It's cold. If we had a dome or it was like, warmer climates, whatever, our offense would be elite. So why can't we just have an elite offense again? We had it in the 80s with Ken O'Brien. That's why I love that guy so much. Why can't we just do that again? Just get an elite offense and just fans would love that. Just throw.
You know what we'll do? Ahead of the draft, because we've got loads of time to prep for it now, we're going to get GM Gav back on the pod. We're going to get Ant from Gangrene UK, who's putting together some brilliant scouting reports. He's already sent me one of them. He's done some really in-depth scouting reports on the quarterbacks, but he's going to be doing it for all the different position groups. So we'll get him on to talk about who we're looking, because he is a bit of a college football guru, and obviously Gavin's our resident GM. So we'll get these guys on.
I'll tell you what, at least what's happened the last 2 days is now providing excitement and content for the next 2 years in the off season yet again. Because we're going to be talking about
2 guys in their 40s saying that magic word content.
Yeah.
That's the word you want to hear in the 21st century from 2 guys in their 40s. Good content.
Yeah.
What the hell has this world become, John? Right, should we do some...
ever before.
No.
How times have changed.
No, the last few years, it's just become the only word anyone says.
I know. I think that now I'm most excited about now all these moves, because I was upset on Wednesday morning yesterday, but I'm now excited. Is that because you have to time to process the audio? It takes a bit more longer to process things. Is that by the time the Jets are actually generally good again, I'll be able to take my eldest Jack to a game and he would actually understand it. And, that's because he doesn't know what's going on at the moment. I'm not going to tell him.
Mate, by the time the Jets are good, he'll be taking you to games.
I know.
Because you'll be like dribbling with your walker. Yeah.
I think we are due. I did actually, this thought did pop in my head today. It's like, we are due some good luck now, and we've got to have a Super Bowl coming soon. We have to be. And, with my eldest, maybe he can come as well or whatever, and then it would be such a shame if my next generation don't get any Jet success. It was due. Regression is due. We have to. It's got to be soon. It has to be soon. Otherwise,
I'm sure Scott was saying this when his kids were young as well.
If it's not going to be the next 5 years with this game plan, what's going on now, then Woody has to sell the team because he's the reason why it's not happening. He's got to sell it.
Yeah.
He's got to sell it.
Yeah.
Anyway, segue into the
It wasn't a great segue, but let's pretend it was. Sponsored by Green Smoke, which we forgot to say the last few weeks.
Yeah, so last week we went 3-2. So for the season, we're 26 winners and 14 losers.
Look at that. 26 and 14. That's the playoffs, baby.
Now that is phenomenal.
It's a playoff record.
So myself. Phenomenal.
Right, so, come on then. 5 bets. Give me 5 bets.
Yeah, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, cool. So obviously got a lot more, but so Pittsburgh against Chargers. Pittsburgh's defense was shredded by Daniel Jones last week and has been shredded by quarterbacks all year. Justin Herbert over 252 yards. Also, the fact is they've got no offensive line, injuries. They throw the ball. It's a passing offense. They got Vidal, who's good, but they're not a running. Hampton's still on the shelf.
Where's the game?
It's pass. That is at Sunday night at the Chargers. So nice weather.
Nice weather, yeah.
Oh, a beautiful stadium. I really want to go to the stadium, actually. So next one we have. Oh, this is a good one. Get this one as soon as you hear the pod, because this number's moving. DK Metcalf had a stinker last week for I was in the same game for Pittsburgh, right? 2 catches, bounce back. Get the number now. It's 3.5 over 3.5. Whatever juice the vig, the bit of money that the bookies get on the, because you normally get 2 to 1, well 1.9 to 1. Get 3.5 over catches. Find it. Do it.
Is Rodgers going to throw to him?
Of course he will, because it's a bounce back. DK Metcalf is upset. He's the only decent receiver, and it's going to be a good scoring game. That should be. So he'll get 4 catches. He should get 4 catches. All right. Next one. So this is a trend that's been happening. So anyone playing Houston, the quarterback has suffered big time. Trevor Lawrence under 202 yards.
Yeah. And again, just for clarification, like last week, that's Houston, not Houston. Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars are not playing Houston Station.
I did that on purpose to make sure you corrected me.
You're making sure I'm awake, are you?
Yeah. Next one, we have got Rams versus 49ers. So the 49ers defense is shot to pieces. So they've played each other recently. Stafford threw for over 340 yards. His number's 268. Puka and Devontae are going to have a game. They're going to have a game.
So they're going over 268?
Yeah, over 268. So the other one, I was flipping up a coin between Dowdle, who is 90. His yard is 92. It's only because he's done so phenomenal the last 2 weeks. I was going to go under on that one, but then they're playing the Saints, and the Saints could just pack it in, and Carolina is just going to run. But Carolina will pass the ball as well. So debating that one. I've done that personally. I just want to share that one if you want to do that one as well. But my number 5... Is
that under, do you say, or over?
Under, but I'm not doing that, and that's just like a special Brucey bonus. So I'm going to go back to the well. Christian McCaffrey is receiving yards over 50. I know it sounds a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
But he's gone over that figure every game this season by 1. Right?
Purdy's not quarterback, is he? What's his name?
No, it's Mac Jones, yeah. So Mac Jones
yeah.
Dink and dunk it. And, Jennings has come back from broken ribs. Kittle's back. Purdy is Kittle's Purdy's boy, but Purdy ain't playing. CMC over 50 receiving yards. That's what he does. So
that's the only one that you've said that I've kind of gone, ooh. But you know what? I like that you've got 4 overs and 1 under. It feels positive.
There you go.
I like it when you're positive, John. I like it when you reach.
Well,
as a Jets fan, we need some positivity in our lives.
This is what happens.
If you just did 5 overs, I'd be good with that. Believe in these guys.
No, you should always do unders if you can. Always do unders.
Well, obviously, Alistair's bet of the week is that this is the sneaky odds on this one. You can get good odds on this one. Is that Jonathan Taylor is going to fall down and vomit from all the bratwurst, and the Falcons are going to run over the Colts. That's you get decent odds on that one.
Hey, Falcons are due a bounce back because BJ Robinson had a stinker, so he could.
There you go. See, I believe, John. I believe.
Yeah. So, also Brucey bonus bet money line, which is just place it on the winners. I've got 3. This will double your money, whatever you put the bet on. So Denver are playing. No, we can't do that one because this is going out on a Friday. So I'm doing Buffalo and Detroit. So Buffalo playing Miami, and Detroit are playing Washington. Yeah. So
you get Buffalo and Detroit.
Yeah. If you wanted a teaser with the extra 6 points, Philadelphia have already getting 2.5. Put them in a teaser up to 8.5, and you can pair them with either New England, who are playing at Tampa. They got plus 2.5, so it goes up to 8.5. Or Houston, even though they got Mills playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville are bad, even though they got a good record. Houston 8.5 as well. So pick one of those two, but I'd go for New England. There you go. End of the segment.
It's again. He keeps talking about Houston, but we know what he's talking about.
Houston.
Go on then, John. Tell us, because we record this Thursday, and it doesn't come out till Friday, which means by the time you're listening to this or watching this, Thursday night football will have happened, but it hasn't happened in our world right now. So, John, you're going to reveal what happened on Thursday night football last night. Mystic John.
Third eye John.
John.
Denver's going to win. Knicks is going to have a good game. I've got my boy RJ Harvey having a good game as well because I got him in one of my fantasy teams. So they're going to run all over the Raiders. The Raiders came close last week, but didn't win. That's a bit of a punch. Gentie's going to catch some balls. I've got him in my fantasy team, so he'll do all right. Brock Bowers is elite, so he'll always have a good game. But the Denver defense is amazing. So Denver's going to win that by the point spread, which is at the moment 9. So Denver will win that by 9 at least. So I'd say point a score. It's going to be a blowout. It's like 27-10, something like that.
27-10. You heard it here first. And what you can now do, now you've listened to this podcast, now you can go and check what actually happened and see how right John was. I know I'm going to be checking tomorrow with bated breath. Guys, come down the Hippodrome on Sunday because it'll be a laugh. We've got 2 games to watch, Falcons.
More importantly, we've got free beers for anyone coming down, which I think is very important to let people know about.
And we've got 2 games to watch. We've got the whoever's playing the Colts and the Jets. Yeah. So it should be a good night. Filled with JETSing and just fun. Good fun. Yeah. Good old-fashioned fun. Let's get positive about the Jets again.
Yeah, let's catch up, guys. Let's talk draft picks. Yeah.
Happy Dave, we want to see you back.
Yeah, want to see everybody back.
Happy Dave.
Want to see everybody back. This is the start. Nadir is now finished. We're going up.
We're going up now.
We're going up.
The only way is up. In the words of Yaz.
Yeah.
The only way is up. Right, let's go. John,
come on, man. Let's give it a JETS, man.
Ready?
J.
JETS, Jets.
Let's go, Jets. Come on, baby.